let's do some maintenance work at the front of our subdivision. Hey everyone, it's Lisa the Whimsical Gardener. So I have some work to do at the front of the subdivision. So normal maintenance. I'm off a couple of days from work, so I figure I'll come out here and do some maintenance. So the first thing I need to do is those hydrangeas that we planted really needs to be tied up because it's falling down. So that's the first thing I need to do. And then I need to lots of weeding. There's lots of weeding, lots of cutting back of things too as well. Some of the annuals are doing okay, some of them not so much, but this is what happens in the summertime. So let me tie these up in like sections. I should have come out a little bit early, but I didn't have enough time. I'm trying to tie these up so you can see a little bit of the separation between the beds and the hydrangea. I may need to go a little bit closer. We'll see. Yeah, I think I need to go a little bit lower here. I think maybe I need to get some stakes instead. I don't think that twine is doing good, so I'm gonna have to come back with some stakes. These are so heavy. Alright, we'll come back. We'll put a pin on that first. Yeah, those hydrangeas are much heavier than what I thought. So I have Dahlia, which came back from last year, and they're done with our first set of blooms. So I'm gonna cut them out, and then they'll grow back for their second set of blooms. And is this a weed? What is this? Not sure what that is, but we'll cut it out. More of the dahlia. All right, let's do some weeding now, which is the tedious part of this whole thing. I should have fertilized these petunias earlier, so they look a little bit leggy right now. I'm gonna probably cut them back a little. Alright, I'm done weeding, so I'm gonna run home and grab a couple of stakes because I want to stake those hydrangeas up there, and then you can see the clear separation. So let me run home, grab some stakes, and then I'll be right back. Alright, I got my stakes and my strings and things like that. So let's try this one more time. And this is the only one I'll tie up. The rest of them are not really in the way. of anything. Oh my god, this thing is so hard. Dang, I should have brought a little hammer or something. I may have to come back. Alright, I want to show you guys a happy accident that I found that's going to save this bed for the fall and a couple more weeks or so. So let me turn the camera around and I'll show you guys. So last year, summertime, I planted these Coleus here, and they sell seeds, and they sell seed over here. It looks like I planted it on purpose, right? And what I noticed is there's a ton of them back there as well. So my plan is to make this bed look cohesive. I'm going to take some Coleus, the ones that are in the back, and let's plant some here, some there, and some over there. So when you look at it, it looks like that was the actual design. And I think that will carry us through the rest of the growing season. I forgot my hori knife, so thank God that these plants are not deep rooted. So I'm going to improvise, and you'll see what I use in a second. So I got my scissors. I think this will work good for digging, right? So let's get a couple of these. Alright, so here's my first batch of plants that I dug up. How to get Coleus to grow thicker. See here where it bunches out? All you do is you pinch it. So what happens is now it branches out 2 branches. And that's how you typically get it to grow thicker. So I'm actually pinching back all the ones that are already here, so they can grow thicker. That's what I did earlier in the season. So I think what I need to do is plant 1 or 2 over here to balance it out. Let me dig 1 or 2 more. And I think we would want to do that on the back too as well. So we'll see. I mean, not the back. Do that on the other side of the subdivision, the sign. I got 3 plants here. Alright, so now what I want to do is, this looks a little bit leggy, and I know I'm cutting blooms off here, but I'm going to go ahead and cut them in, cut it back, so it gives it a chance to flush back out. Should have done this earlier in the season, but I really didn't have time. And I know I'm cutting blooms out here, but give it a couple weeks and it'll flush back out and look fuller. Alright, so I think I'm done with this side of the bed. So let me turn the camera around, show you guys what we did, and then we'll move on to the next side. Alright, so this is the finished product. So we've got our Coleus that's self-seeded from last year. Isn't that amazing? And then I planted this purple fountain grass. There's Angelonia with some petunia over here, self-seeded Coleus. And what I did was I flanked it on that side, so that in a few weeks, in maybe a month or two, when we started getting to the fall, colder weather, it would look really nice. And I tied up the hydrangeas back there as well, because they were falling into the front of the bed. Now we turn our attention to this part over here, which is more just weeding that has to be done. You guys, I can't believe I let this front bed get to this point with all of this weed. I just got so busy with everything, so I decided I need to tackle this because now you can't even see the plants that I planted because the weeds have taken over. So let's pull some weeds first. So I noticed that some Coleus actually self-seeded itself back here. So I'm going to dig them up, planted at the front here. Apologies guys, the sun is a little bit too harsh to film now, but this is when I have the time. So this is the Coleus that I dug up from the other side that I'm going to plant here. And I know this is not the ideal time to plant it, but this is when I have time. Alright, I think that's it for today. Let me turn the camera around and show you what I did. Lighting is a little bit harsh, but this is what I did. So I weeded the front area there, weeded the back, planted some Coleus as well. And that's pretty much about it. Until next time everyone, happy gardening. I love if you can like, subscribe, comment. and I'll see you in the next one.